Cuoco, I believe. Yes.
Cuoco? Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a little complicated.
The Big Bang Theory, the blonde girl, she apparently broke up with her husband.
Ryan Sweeting, who is a professional tennis player. They married after knowing each other for 3 months. And that's I commend them for giving it the old college try, but it did not last too long. And what's more interesting is I've read that there's no prenup. She makes a ridiculous amount of money per episode from the Big Bang Theory.
It's not even a good show, to be honest.
You know what? It has its moments, but it falls flat sometimes. It just, it caters to a very specific audience, and the jokes are kind of old, but nonetheless, they make millions of dollars off of that. And it's kind of sad that, like, this guy that she kind of she didn't think about that.
If you met,
she felt like she was in love at first sight, I guess.
Get a prenup. Come on. Why are you not going to get a prenup, girl?
Because people feel like a prenup is, like, invalidating their love and stuff like that. Saying, like,
basically. And he proposed. Maybe he knew what he was doing.
He knew. And there's been reports for the past couple months that they were breaking up, that he's stepping out on her, that he's cheating on her. And
gotta watch those sports.
Left her high and dry. That reminds me of because Black Ink was on the other day, and the owner of Black Ink, his girlfriend, fiance now, she just asked for a prenup, and so he's like, I don't want you to leave me high and dry. You're worried about me leaving you for another woman, but I'm worried about you leaving me high and dry.
Well,
that's a problem with a lot of relationships where people both have money.
They both have money.
Yeah, because. Okay. Because it might not be leveled, but they might both have money.
Okay.
I
feel like
it might be a stingy thing.
And he proposed to her. I feel like that's not necessarily a bad thing because she has her money, he has his.
They
money.
both,
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like she's the broke one and she's asking for a prenup.
Yeah.
Do you guys watch Black Ink with Caesar?
I don't.
No.
I don't. But I mean,
VH1.
I feel like that's kind of like, especially if you're in the public eye, I feel like maybe like people who necessarily aren't in the public eye shouldn't necessarily get prenups all the time, because it's just like, I mean, like, I
think if you have money, if you have any sort of assets that you want to protect, I feel like you shouldn't look at a prenup as an invalidation of love. Because listen, marriage is a legal agreement. You can spin it any way you want. You can be in love with that person, and that's great if you are. But it's a legal agreement, and you have to protect yourself.
Yeah.
You do.
Absolutely.
Because things fall out. People fall out of love all the time. All the time.
And they either choose to fix it and fall back into love, or they leave it alone, dispose of it.
Yeah.
And it happens. It could go both ways. You guys could both have money, one more than the other. But you might be stingy. You might say, you know what, I don't really care. But if you want to think smart, don't wait till the last minute and you regret it. Yeah. So I think it's best to get a prenup.
I would be upset if I had to pay my husband child support. You know what I mean?
If you guys both have money. Because if you don't have money, honestly, and you've been with someone for that long, and you guys end up divorcing after a while, help out your spouse, especially if you have kids and you have a big family.
Be spiteful.
But you know what? I heard that some prenup have like these clauses where it's like,
you can make a clause out of anything.
Well, yeah, they have these clauses where it's like, if you cheat or you're unfaithful, deuces, no money, nothing. You get nothing.
I
think that's smart. That is respectable.
Make it how you want it.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
I think so.
Ultimately, on this topic,
who cares?
Moving on to a topic I really care about. Zendaya Mattel just came out with a Barbie that is inspired by Zendaya and her, I would believe it was the MTV look with the locks.
Was it the MTV? I thought it was the Grammys. Was it a Grammys look?
It was the Grammys when she wore the she wore a white dress, a white long dress with the locks.
Literally.
Remind me of
beautiful.
So beautiful. And apparently, Juliana Rancic, the reason why this got so much traction in my opinion is because Juliana Rancic on Fashion Police was like, oh, she looks like she smells like patchouli oil and weed. And then Zendaya, being the classy woman she is, comes out with a statement saying like, this is really offensive, like black people have a specific type of hair, and like black individuals, people of color, are constantly underrepresented for their hair, and people like always are culturally appropriating particularly our hair, you know what I mean? So it was a strong point for her to go out on the red carpet and give representation to people with locks, to people with different hair textures, you know what I mean? And she was invalidating that completely by saying that she smells like but she said she looks like she smells like a stoner. Yeah.
So she was basically,
insensitive. I don't. Yeah.
She didn't smell her. She said, look, so that's how you could tell it's very offensive.
I definitely don't think that Juliana Rancic comes as like a race-hating type of person, but definitely her comments were insensitive and ill-thought, and she just
Ill-thought is a good word.
ill-thought, yeah, and she deserved the backlash that she got from it. And this, honestly, I feel like though this Barbie doll is probably the best situation to come out of that for Zendaya, because now you have a platform. It's like, think about how many little girls at home who have locks are like gonna be like, wow, like there's a Barbie that looks like me, you know?
I mean, speaking from experience, like I grew up in like a predominantly like white area. I went to school and like Catholic school where everyone was like Irish and Italian, you know what I mean? Like it's hard when you don't have anyone who looks like you. You know what I mean? And like it's really important for kids to have a role model that they can look up to that emulates something that they are. You know what I mean? When you don't have a role model like that, when you don't have someone to look up to that like resembles you, you're kind of lost and you don't really know what to do or who to look up to or who you are. So, I mean, it's definitely a really good step in the right direction. I personally love Zendaya. I'm a big fan of Zendaya.
I love Zendaya. I love her
great.
fashion. Her stylist is on point because she always looks great on the red carpets.
I've never seen her look bad at any event, and I think that she's a very eloquent and well-spoken and well-rounded young woman. I think that this is the role model that girls should be looking up to.
Definitely.
She
I feel
also
like
has a shoe line, which is awesome to say.
and she's a great entertainer. She's a good singer and a good dancer.
Triple
Have you
threat.
ever seen her
Triple
dance?
threat.
On point.
Amazing.
And it's good for young women and young girls to see, you know, variety.
Moving right along, we want to talk about Ahmed Mohammed. He's really cool.
We spoke
Yes.
about him last week. He was the Texas teenager who got suspended from school for bringing in a homemade clock that the school officials thought were a bomb. It was not a bomb.
And it was so nice because he was actually on Dr. Oz the other day.
Yeah.
They were doing little experiments, and it's great that he gets to have a chance to show his talent, but being seen as a positive outlook and not just being, you know, just basically
It's nice that
scorned and told, you know, and it boosts up his confidence. So that's good for him.
Moving right along to music, we wanted to talk about Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. They're going to be coming out with a mixtape. I'm not exactly sure of the dates, but that, I mean, a lot of people are comparing it to
The Drake and Future one.
Yeah, I mean, I've
Maybe
heard a
that's-
lot about Drake and Future. I've heard that it bangs. Like, truthfully, I've heard good things. I haven't actually heard the album because, like, I'm busy. I be doing things. I can't be listening to music all the time. But, I mean, knowing Drake and Future, like, I would not even doubt that bangs. You know what I mean? Like, they be coming out with the hits, like, every day.
I think it's a cool
So-
trend nowadays that these artists are working together
Yeah.
and creating music. So I feel like that's what music should be. It should be a celebration of creativity, and you should share that with everybody.
I saw different comments. Some were saying that it was okay and it wasn't as much as the hype, you know, made it seem like it was going to be.
Definitely.
But I'm looking forward to the J. Cole and the Kendrick Lamar album. It's supposed to be entitled Reminiscing, but it's a rumor for now.
They both have like a similar vibe. Like, so, like I like the whole like Drake and Future mixtape because they have a similar vibe. So it's going to be really interesting to see J. Cole as well as Kendrick Lamar because they have that similar vibe.
Definitely.
Moving along to
Michelle
Obama.
Obama.
Oh my gosh.
She looks so
Oh my
gorgeous.
God.
was at the China State dinner, obviously with her husband
Barack
Obama,
Barrio.
leader of the
President.
free world, and she looked beautiful. We literally, I just could look at these pictures all day. Like, just look at her flawlessness.
This
look at her hair.
hairstyle looks so
Oh my
nice, so
God.
different.
Face beat. Like, she's slaying in this Vera Wang dress. Like, first of all, I love Vera Wang, but
And
like
her
Vera
skin
Wang
is
on Michelle
glowing.
Obama.
I feel like
Right?
they're the coolest presidents
Yeah.
Yeah, they really are.
by far.
I feel like we couldn't have a cooler president, honestly.
I mean, my parents even like tell us all the time, like in my household, they're just like, you know, in the Obama household, they check the homework and they make sure this is. I think that's how why can't we run our household like this? And I'm like, all right, well, you know what? We are not as perfect
The
as
coolest,
the
coolest
Obamas.
president, coolest first lady.
Awesome.
And next we have rapper Fetty Wap was in an accident the other day in Patterson, New Jersey. He was on a motorcycle and a car hit him. He fell off laying flat. But he's okay. He was in the hospital.
Thank God.
He's fine now. One of his friends took a picture, put it on Twitter, and said that he's, you know, recovering. So good for him. His album just came out this week.
Self-titled.
Self-entitled. So
Wishing you
I
a
love
fast
his music.
recovery.
Yeah, no. It's good, but I feel like, I don't know, part of me feels like he might burn out a little fast.
I'm just not impressed by Fetty Wap. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I don't think he's talented. I don't think that he is particularly a memorable or great performer. I think his songs are catchy, and I'll give him that, and respect where that is due. But I don't think that he is a viable art. He's not going to be a lasting artist.
It's not like he's a Jay-Z or Nas. I want to compare it to Biggie. But, you know, he made good radio hits, and he put out like 3 hits at a time. So I think that's what kept him upbeat for so long this year. And you know, I'm looking forward to more music, but if not, so be it. Yeah. Hopefully he could put on his crew. You know, he has 17 for 38, his crew.
Yeah.
So
with the Remy Boys.
Remy Boys, and it's after like Remy Martin. They love that liquor, whatever. Yeah. It's like the best liquor, 1738. So now, you know, that's what happens. Like ASAP Mob crew, they always put on their other friends. So
they do.
It's good. I respect them for that.
I actually saw ASAP Mob at the Apollo.
We did see ASAP Mob.
Awesome.
It was.
Did you guys get rushed to like?
Amazing.
Was it like a mob? Like
it was for like some
like,
BET special that they were filming. We got tickets to be in the audience, and
so cool.
It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. I don't go to rap concerts, you know, but I've never really seen it. But it was just like they all just came out in like a group. It looked like a bunch of friends having fun. I think that's why I connected.
Yeah, it really energizes the crowd.
Yeah, it does, because it makes you feel like relate to them almost. Like, yo, me and my friends would turn up like this, you know.
Literally though. And
lastly,
in the same vein of music, also Adele is coming out with a new album. I don't know if you're excited, but I'm excited because I've been waiting for Adele's music for so long.
This is a long time in the making too.
Well, she had a child. She also had nodes. She like needed to chill out. You know what I mean? But also, which I think is funny, she's the same age as Taylor Swift. Just put that in some perspective.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Oh wait, did we talk about Gabby Sizemore?
Oh, what was it? Sept.
Did we talk about Gabby? No, we didn't. Let me tell you guys. So in January there was this ad coming out for Gabby Sizemore. They actually posted her head on a totally different model, plus size model.
Gabori Sidibe. That's her name, Gabori Sidibe.
It's pronounced Gabori Sidibe.
Sidibe.
From Precious, right?
Yes,
yes,
I've been calling her Gabby Sizemore since Precious.
Gabori
Okay,
Sidibe,
so. Then in February, she was seen at the NAACP Image Awards, and you don't see that one. They said that she lost 179 pounds in the ad, and it was a weight loss ad called 7C Diet. And so they put her face on a whole different body of model Marquita Pring. So it's got a lot of controversy for obvious reasons.
For that? Because that's false advertisement. I'm pretty sure it's almost like illegal to do.
That's crazy.
And it's hurtful because, you know, you're saying I look better this way, and you, instead of saying, okay, here's how you lose the weight, you know, you're lying about it.
Why don't you just celebrate what her body looks like after losing the weight? So maybe she didn't lose 179 pounds. Maybe she lost 79 pounds, but like, put that on there because, you know, like weight loss, that doesn't happen, especially like a dramatic weight loss, doesn't happen in a few weeks.
Or go through the trials with her that she went through. You do the process, not just lie about it and say. It was really selfish. It was just for their product, 7C.
And that looks definitely like
diet.
Not real. Like,
and that's a bad look on her
real.
part too. For her brand, that's pretty bad.
I know that she like definitely was endorsing like bigger women because she is a bigger woman.
She is, and I love her. I think she's fabulous.
She has great skin.
She's hilarious on the show Empire that just came out
she's on
this
Empire.
week. Empire, yeah.
Right.
Speaking of, Empire just debuted its 2nd season, and I heard we had a special guest star in Chris Rock.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Chris Rock was like a kingpin, like big drug dealer. He had beef with Cookie in the past, and so he was threatening her. But my favorite scene was when he got killed. That was the best scene because honestly, when it started off a little rocky for me, I feel like it was very dramatic. The first episode so far this season, and it's really like a musical, and it was almost like, okay, is this a dramatic scene? Where's Denzel Washington? I was like looking for him.
Wow. I actually have to get into Empire. I heard it's a great show.
Yeah, I love it. I'm gonna keep watching.
All right. Well, that's all the time that we have today for you guys.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
And we'll see you next week.
Next week on Sunday at 11 o'clock on the Femme Spot.
Bye.